51-9 with 33 knockouts. And Frank Shane is introducing the champion.
Weighing at 174 3/4 pounds from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the capable champion, Matthew Saad Muhammad.
26-year-old champion Matthew Saad Muhammad, former Matt Franklin, won the title in April of 1979. The referee is Valdemar Schmidt from Puerto Rico as we see the tail of the tape. Lopez, 29 years of age, has had more experience, more fights. The weigh-in this morning produced those weights: 174 1/4 for Saad Muhammad, 173 3/4. Again, showing that Lopez not only is in super condition, but had no problem making the weight. We watched him work this week, and he looked super sharp and feels that he's in the best shape of his career. He also feels that at age 28, he's more mature. He's had 3 other shots at the light heavyweight championship. One of them a controversial loss to Galindez in 2 tries against him. And he feels that this is a great opportunity that he is not going to blow here at the Playboy Club in Great Gorge this afternoon. And we are underway with round 1. In the white trunks, the champion, Muhammad. And in blue trunks, Yaqui Lopez from Stockton, California. Born in Zacatecas, Mexico, has been living in Stockton for several years. Gil Clancy, Lopez, over his career, liked to get in there and mix it, brawl. He was a good puncher, known more as a puncher. You think that it's possible for him to have turned around his style enough to do what he wants to do today, as you described, and that's become more of a boxer?
Well, Tim, from my experience, that once he gets hit a couple of punches, he'll revert back to being the same Yaqui Lopez. He'll start standing still, try to punch with Muhammad, and that will be fatal.
Managed and trained by Jack Cruz, Benny Casing. They brought in Kareem Halal about 6 weeks ago, mainly as a psychological force, and he is working in the corner. He's been kind of a cheerleader for Lopez. He just stumbled back there, no real impact from Muhammad. Muhammad is co-managed by Frank Gelb and Bilal Muhammad, and trained by the veteran Sam Solomon.
Well, so far, Yaqui's sticking to his plan. He's moving side to side, trying to snap that left jab.
Muhammad has successfully defended his crown 3 times, defeating John Conte twice, knocking out an overmatched Louis Pergot in his last championship defense. His first fight against Lopez, he won the U.S. championship in October of '78. Stopped Lopez in the 11th round of what was described at that time as the fight of the year. Lopez doing what the game plan called for, jabbing.
But Tim, his jab has not been effective, Tim. When you jab, you have to jab so that you imagine that your punch is going right through the other fella. He's just about touching Muhammad with those jabs. And Muhammad has landed some heavy body punches.
And a good right hand from Muhammad landed, and he backs up Lopez. First round action. Now Lopez getting a little closer, landed the left hook. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first round.
Well, you notice that Lopez forgot about the jabbing now, Tim. Now he's fighting.
He went right inside and started to battle the way that Lopez fans know that he can do. Judges are Frank Brunette and Paul Cavalier from New Jersey, and as we said, the referee Valdemar Schmidt from Puerto Rico. Final seconds of round 1. Round number 2. Yaqui Lopez, the challenger in blue. The champion, Matthew Saad Muhammad, in white with black trim. Mandatory 8 count is in effect. There is no 3 knockdown rule. That will be solely at the discretion of the referee. The count will continue after the bell in the event of a knockdown in the final 10 seconds. And that will apply except in the final round. 20-foot ring here. Lots of moving room for both of these fighters.
Tim, you had mentioned that the Scott fight might have taken a lot out of Yaqui Lopez, but he did not look like a shot fighter in that first round. He's in with a real great champion, but he looks like a good fighter himself in there.
Certainly in incredible condition. He somewhat reluctantly told us during the week that he had the flu. He didn't want to use that as an excuse for a loss to the very tough James Scott. But his handler said that he indeed was somewhat under the weather when he took that fight with Scott. Lopez preferred to give credit to James Scott, as indeed Scott gave credit to Jerry Martin, handed him his first loss.
Lopez is now reverted to fighting exactly the way he's fought all his other fights. He's staying right there now. He's not moving too much, looking to trade punches with Muhammad. He's standing still.
Interesting technique in watching Muhammad train this past week. Sam Solomon, his trainer, putting a sling around his neck and around his right hand so he couldn't throw it, trying to get him to use the left more. Felt that since he took him over back in October that he used his right hand too much, and of course he's got a devastating left.
Well, there's that Lopez jab that he promises we'd see.
And he landed it several times. You know, you've commented that Franklin is insulted if you don't hit him with the jab. He kind of expects it to get hit with a good left jab.
That's right. And both of these fighters have a history of busting up, cutting. So we may see some interesting action here. Anything can happen in a fight like this.
We have under a minute to go in round 2. 15-round WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. Next week, the other version, WBA. Here on the Sports Spectacular, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Mustafa Muhammad, the former Eddie Gregory, against Jerry Martin, the man who handed James Scott his first loss. Some blood over the right eye of Muhammad.
And he just got hit with a good left hook on the chin.
Lopez working hard with Muhammad flat-footed over there. Final seconds of round 2. Try and get a better look at where that cut is. Round number 3 coming up. Here's some action from round 2. A good one for Lopez on our card, as Muhammad had been hit with a good combination and he slowed down over there and Lopez went to work on him. There is a slight cut above the eyebrow, or just on the corner of the right eyebrow of the champion Muhammad. Does not appear to be a problem yet, but could develop as we go along. Round number 3, Lopez in blue, the champion Muhammad in white. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, and Dick Stockton ringside, the Playboy Club in Great Gorge, New Jersey. Live championship action.
Hook by Lopez, Tim. He's fighting with confidence, Tim. It's important. Big right hand.
Right hand lead landed and a good jab right behind it.
Muhammad's going to have to land that big punch, Tim, to turn this thing around. Right now he's a little confused. Look at this. Falling for feints.
Backing up a little more than Muhammad usually does. Next week's light heavyweight championship, WBA version. Saturday, August 2nd, the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship here on the Sports Spec. Exciting Aaron Pryor against the veteran Antonio Cervantes, the champion Kid Pambele, a beautiful, beautiful boxer. And later in August, the delayed version of Pepino Cuevas, Thomas Hearns, the WBA Welterweight Championship. What a war that's going to be. Takes place August 2nd on closed circuit. You'll see it later in the month here on the Sports Spec.
And you notice that Yaqui has completely abandoned his pre-fight plan. No more jabbing and moving. He's taking the fight to Muhammad.
Muhammad trying to laugh him off, but he meanwhile is taking punishment. Lopez has really taken the fight away from Muhammad here in this 3rd round. And he was landing with body punches during that exchange that Muhammad was grinning over. I don't think Lopez is going to buy any of that macho stuff.
That's one thing for sure. An experienced guy like Lopez, he's a phlegmatic sort of an individual. You're not going to psych him out. You're going to have to beat him if you want to beat him.
Under a minute to go. His 4th attempt at winning the light heavyweight championship. 28-year-old Yaqui Lopez.
Sam Solomon just told Muhammad, knock him out. That may be a little harder to do than to say.
Now Muhammad's coming forward and jabbing well. A little more blood from that slight cut in the corner of left, round